Hey, it's Miguel. In today's video, you're going to be hearing from Bader, who went from 0 to 18K a month in a super small time frame. Super proud of bro. He came in before we even had everything built out completely within the program I run, First Freedom Sales. So that being said, here's some proof on screen as well. Him with Grant Cardone, a screenshot of his commissions from, he was a top rep at his company he works for. Therefore, you got to find out the Grant Cardone, and then having a massive week. I'll just show one of his top weeks right here. That being said, I'm super excited to get this one out to you all. We just recorded this on a quick sync up, so just learn from it, soak it in. So if you're looking to get in the high ticket sales, you want to learn how to do this shit. Uh, Bader will drop some gems for you, and it's coming from someone who's 18, was in car sales, and now is crushing it in the high ticket space. So hopefully this was helpful, and yeah.
All right, so we're here with who today?
Vader, what's up, Miguel?
What's going on? What's going
Nothing.
on? So Bader, let him know how old you are and what you were doing before you got into like high ticket.
Yeah, so right now I'm 19 years old. When I was 18, I just turned 18. I started working at a dealership. It was a
Mhm.
Dodge Ram Jeep one. And,
How about
uh, it was shit, bro.
that?
Nobody
Keep
wanted to buy
going.
those cars. But,
Mhm.
my first couple of months there, I wasn't really hitting commission. It's a trade. You either, do the base or you go above commission. So I really wasn't hitting that, my first couple of months, maybe 2,000. Then a month or two later, I started doing between 3 to 4,000. Still not enough money for the time I was working. I was putting in almost 60, 70 hours a week there with hopefully 1 or 2 days off a week.
Mhm.
And
And
then, oh,
oh
go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, no, bro. Like with the car sales, like what do you think the problem was with that, like from the angle of one, your skill set, and then two, the opportunity you were in?
So, yeah, first when it comes to the skill, that was my first like ever sales job. So when someone said something, it kind of comes down to a point where like, I believed it, which right now, after all the training we've been through, I know that if someone says something, it's probably bullshit. The whole entire goal is to get them in or get them to buy.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, it was just the inbound leads that we had as well. So we had we had our BDC agent. They assigned the leads, and since I was young, I was getting maybe one lead a week to work on,
Hmm.
and that's besides
Okay.
the fact I wasn't closing any deals.
Yeah, yeah. No, that definitely won't help when it comes to like people assigning you leads, not getting priority there. But when you're talking about people say one thing and they mean another, what was the breakthrough there as far as understanding like what someone really meant when they're giving you something at face value?
So I mean, like when I was about to sell a car, someone just says, "Oh, I need to go home and think about." It. I'm like, "Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'll go home." I'm like, fuck. I mean, now I know it's the wrong thing to say, but
Yeah,
end up letting them go
yeah.
home. They go home. I call them next day. No answer. I'm like, oh, maybe he's busy. Second day, no answer. I'm like, damn, he's not fucking busy. Third day, he blocked me. And that's what it kind of comes down to where there's a point where these customers are going to bullshit you. They do anything to walk off the floor.
Yeah, yeah. No, or on the Zoom call or on the phone, hop off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
either way, right? So I guess like what made you get into sales in the first place?
I saw a lot of opportunity. I heard a lot of stuff about how much money you can make, and it also didn't really want to go to college after high school. So the
Yeah.
only thing that I was able to think of, was maybe sales or trade school.
Hmm. Okay. And like what was the most frustrating part, I guess, about the whole car sales experience? Because I know when we talk, obviously I know the context, right? But like when you were in car sales, what were you feeling that made you want to make a change, I guess, and what were those struggles like?
Honestly, the hours and the money. Like the
Hmm.
amount of effort I put in, I don't think that it was repaying me the way it should have.
Right. And then like for you, man, like how did that situation impact your confidence, um, not only in yourself but like in the income you were bringing in?
I mean, yeah, with the income, I wasn't able to really do anything. The other job I had previous was a minimum wage job where I was making almost the same. And confidence wise, like, damn, I really am not fucking good at this. I can't sell it if my life depended on it. I can't close a damn door. You know?
Yeah. 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 And also for everyone, you know, because people will come in and speak to me from like different ways. I guess how did we first get in contact? If you want to share that.
Yeah, you know, a mutual friend. Then, you know, you end up hitting me up on Instagram, told me about your offer. I'm like, damn, okay, maybe this works, maybe not. Took the shot anyway, and you know, we're in a good place now. Let's say that.
Yeah, there you go. Hit you with the cold outreach.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did like how do you tried anything else before you got started, like business wise?
No.
Okay. And like and your prior training was just from the dealership, right?
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest.
Okay. And like, you know, what were you skeptical about before we got started together? Not
Yeah,
only
so
about like working with me, but just in general with the sales
yeah,
stuff.
so you know, when it comes to sales, when I start making like $4,000 a month on my high months, and then you know, you're telling me that I can get into an offer that can double it, and like, you know, it's a little bit hard to believe, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm already at that point, I'm like, damn, I can't even sell. How am I going to sell more leads and make more money? That was
Right.
kind of my concern, to be honest with you.
Right. So like a self-belief thing, I felt
Yeah,
like for you was
confidence.
the biggest thing. Yeah, confidence, fear, all that. And it's so normal too. Because a lot of people will come in like either from another sales field and they they knew the work they were putting in. Maybe they didn't even know sales was cut out for them. They had to make that switch to becoming a professional, which is something I feel like you've done. Is like, okay, like you're a salesman now, like you know you have a true skill set versus prior you were just a hustler. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's like where a lot of sales people are at when they don't understand all the frameworks and objection handling, all that stuff, and truly what the objective of the call is. And then outside of that, I mean, the convenience of being in high ticket. I know for your role specifically, you're on a huge offer. If you want to tell them, don't have to tell them exactly how much cash collected the offer is doing. You want to give them a range real quick?
Yeah. Like how much the
Like a
company's doing?
yeah, just so they
Yeah.
know like the scale at which you're
Yeah.
at.
So it's about 700,000 to about 1.2 million right now.
Yeah, insane.
It's in between, but it's there.
Yeah, and you're on a B2C biz op offer or MMO money making opportunity, working with like webinars, lives, call funnels, selling Airbnb coaching. For those of you who don't know, yeah, I don't know, but I'm kind of getting off topic there, getting into the weeds of the offer. But like, what was the breaking point for you when we were on our call? That was like, all right, this is something I'm gonna do and send it and go all in.
I was just, to be honest, I was just tired of how I was living at the moment. To be honest with you. Because,
Yeah.
you know when you wake up and you really don't want to go to work because how bad you hate your fucking job?
Of course.
That's how it's been a month prior to you even reaching out to me. So I'm like, I got to change something. I just don't know how.
No. Yeah, bro. And I guess like what felt different about working with me and the program we do at First Freedom. I wasn't even called that back then. It was just like, I'm a coach with sales, right? We had a structured offer and stuff. That was before the course was even fully built out and everything and the whole coaching program. So pioneer in the game. But that aside, what stood out? Why did you want to work with me versus getting help elsewhere with making money online and high ticket sales?
Yeah, I mean, first thing I want to tell you is the training. The training, you were very hands-on. It wasn't like, you didn't give me some fucking videos and told me to go figure it out. You sat with me. We train online. And it also comes down to the fact where, to be honest, you seem a lot more trustworthy than a lot of other people I've spoken to.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm just being honest.
Yeah. And like, what was the thing where it was like, okay, I can trust it. I know obviously you have like, you knew we had a mutual on Instagram, wasn't even someone we really like, we didn't know each other, but we had a mutual on IG, and we were following each other. But I guess like, what made it seem like, okay, because there's a bunch of guys selling shit online. Like what made me stand out as far as like being trustworthy for you personally?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. It's the tone, the way you're speaking to me, and the way that you weren't even like pushing on me. You were kind of telling me, hey, this is what you're doing now. This is a problem, and here's a solution to it. The way you presented that just made it all make sense, made it click. I'm like, if I don't go forward, I'm going to feel stupid because how you spoke to me, the kind of analogies that you gave me, it made sense, man.
Yeah. So, and the analogies that I gave you on that call, it's funny because I know you use them today whenever we review your calls. So,
Yep, I
pretty
do.
funny. Yeah. Yep. Cool, bro. Well, look, getting into it, what was your certainty that it was going to even work for you? Were you like, okay, I'm guaranteed to make this work, or was it like, you know, you were sus on the experience?
So not too much stress on it when I got in. I'm like, as long as I actually put my own effort into this, I'm sure that Miguel can make me successful. That's kind of how I thought it, because I'm gonna make it work regardless. That's the thing about me. But when you caught me, it was a bad moment. But now, we turned that around. It's great now, but when you caught me, it was a bad moment. But it was just my confidence. That's it. It had to be a little bit of motivation, a little bit more confidence to build up to the point where I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get this.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Excuse me. 1 second, I'll keep resuming questions.
They're good.
And sweet, bro. And that's the thing, right? Is like, and you know this, people who buy typically have to have three beliefs in their mind. That's kind of lagging here. But the three beliefs that they have to have is one, that the business model, the opportunity works in general, because if they think sales you can't make money with, they're not going to do it. Two, they have to believe in themselves that they can actually execute. And then three, they have to believe that that individual can help them get there, right? So obviously you checked all three of those boxes. You understand that now with the opportunity you're selling, and you've been going fucking crazy. I know when you were like, it's about 2 months in to work with me on the offer, you had hit 8K in a month. Obviously that's pretty quick. If you kind of want to tell them, I know you've done over double that in a month now. If you kind of want to, we haven't even gotten into that. I guess people want to know the big number. Like, how much have you made in a single month, your top month, if you want to share?
Top month was actually November. I did 18,000 take home in commission.
There we go.
And then that's also the month where I got top 3 reps at the company got to go fly out and meet Grant Cardone. I played second, right. So that same month, kind of brought me up to where I was able to go meet Grant Cardone down in Miami.
Fire. And all of that we showed at the beginning, the commissions, the proof, all of that. You down in Miami. It's fucking dope, bro. So congrats there.
Appreciate
it. Of course, bro. Of course. And I guess, like, for you, man, what skill overall did you felt like really changed it for you, as far as going from 4K a month within car sales to now even hitting 18K a month? You've made more than I've made in a single month as a sales rep. You know what I mean? My peak month was 17. So you've done better than me. So you kind of want you to share what skill helped you do that.
To be honest, objection handling.
Right.
Figuring out someone's concern and getting past it. That's really, a lot of people I talk to they always got something to say. Oh, I gotta get the wife. Oh, I gotta think about it. Oh, shut the fuck up. There's something else they're concerned about. Just being able to pull that out of them, I'm starting to close a lot of deals. That's what I was not doing at the car dealership. I just let them walk.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and that's what we had to get over, was to think about it. I know we drilled that in. And I know from your previous training, when you hit like 4K a month, you always thought that, think about it, was a smokescreen. And sometimes it's just a way of thinking, you know what I mean? And people, that's just genuinely how they think. They're like, oh, I need to think about it. They want to sleep on it. And ultimately that's the reason they're in that decision, that predicament in the first place. They have to think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what changes if nothing changes? Nothing. Fucking nothing at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro. Sweet. And also, as far as like reaching out to offers and landing more offers, I know I kind of placed you on this one, but obviously you've done outreach, reached out to people, getting offers using the methods we have in the program. How has that been going? How do you feel like your network has kind of been built out within the info space?
I feel like it's been getting pretty good, to be honest with you. Mainly, it comes down to it that right now the main focus is kind of the sales. And that's because what I'm mainly focusing is on stacking up my bread a little bit more. But everything's been great, considered. Yeah.
Yeah. And look, I know we haven't placed too much emphasis there, because your first offer, you kind of just got on a really good one, and you caught it on the upswing. And keep in mind, guys, his offer is doing 700K to 1.2 million a month. It's one of the top 3 biggest in the space, and that's with pure organic driving the webinars using lives. They have a really unique method as far as like bringing leads in. Do you want to share how you all are bringing in traffic just so they know?
Yeah. So the main way we're doing it is from our boss's Instagram page. So he has about 200,000 followers, and he goes live about 2 to 4 times a day, where he's just, basically showing how we're going to help them find these Airbnbs. And he's also going to drop about 20 minutes of a motivation in there, talking about how they're stuck, working 9 to 5, all that stuff. End of the thing, he says, hey, if you have 2K ready, you're a 10 out of 10, put your phone number in. We're going to pick 1 or 2 people. And then we end up picking everybody. We just start closing them from there.
The fake scarcity cooks.
It works. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, there's a lot of skepticism you face though. So like you've gotten really good at dealing with fear. So
yes,
Chaz, do you. And obviously you have the normal booked calls, people booking on the calendar, wanting to know more, right?
Yeah.
And the normal sales process. But that is the bulk of the offer so far, from what I've heard. So.
We have webinar about every Thursday and Tuesday where, our boss handles all of it. I don't got to worry about it. All I got to do is just collect payment. I don't have to sell anything. If I'm like, I call them, hey, you got the card ready? No, I hang up on them, go to the next person. It's 2 hours long. We have about 200 people in there, and typically about 50 of them are buying.
Absolutely sick.
Yeah.
Fucking dope, bro. And look, yeah, no, it's I haven't seen anything else like that one. So which is dope. But yeah, kind of shifting away from the sales a little bit then, going from making 2 to 4K a month at 18 to now peaking at 18K in a single month. And bro, like just being real, that's nuts to do. But as far as your confidence goes, just like your day-to-day life, like how has that changed in general?
I was changed. More money, more bitches, not playing that. Yeah, more money. The more money is great, man. And now, like, even talking, if I'm not at work talking to people, I almost kind of treat it like a sell anyway. It just helps you with talking. That's why my confidence is going up. Like, I can approach any lady right now and talk to her, sell her, get her number. If she got to think about it, I could get past that one too. It's not an issue. You know what I'm saying?
I got a boyfriend. I got a boyfriend objections. You get over those, bro, when you're dating?
Hell yeah.
Easy. All right, cool, bro. Well, look, as far as you go, man, like obviously you're a perfect fit. You're hardworking, have good tonality, obviously. You can yap a little bit, but really you're a good listener. When it comes to like getting into the high ticket sales space, what would you say is a red flag in someone to where this may not be for them?
First thing is if they're over talker, because in sales the most important part is that you have to listen more than you talk. A lot of times your prospect can end up selling themselves. They say something specific, you just kind of harp on that. But also, if you're not a confident person or you're not good at speaking in general, this would not be for you.
Right.
That's the main thing. You can't be stuttering on the phone. You can't be selling out of your ass, basically. Saying random things.
Yeah, but one thing though, can you learn how to be confident and talk better?
Yes, I agree. I think you can. Yes.
Yeah. But obviously, you kind of like you're talented, so it's different for you. But as you've seen in the group, like some people aren't as don't come in as ready, right? But that's hence why you get 18K a month within first 5 months, 6 months. So there's the separator right there. But yeah, kind of going from there. How does this differentiate like ARP training? Obviously, you talked about it a little bit, but what do you think is difference between this and like just normal corporate car sales?
The main thing, to be honest with you, is how much more leads there are. How much easier it is to sell. Because when I sell this program, it takes me about 30 minutes. I'm off the phone. I collect $400 for myself. I make the company $2K, 20% commission. Now, when I'm doing a car sale, if it's not a very crazy car like a Scat Pack or a Hellcat or, a Rebel X, I'm not making any money on it. So, for example, a Jeep Compass, I made $150 on it, and that took 11 hours to sell. It's my whole day.
Did you get an Indian, bro? The fuck?
No,
Yeah,
it was Italians, but they want the car. Boss made me go drive from west side to this side to this side to go find the car. We didn't have it, so we had to put it else on something else.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
You definitely get a lot more volume.
It really is.
Okay, sweet then, bro. Well, look, I know you got shit to do. I don't want to take up too much of your time. What would you say to someone who's on the fence about getting started with high ticket sales and looking to get help with something like this?
Yeah, just to be honest, do it. You don't know if it's gonna work unless you try it. Now, if you try it and you put all your effort in, you trust Miguel, and you listen to what he says, you'll be successful in it. It's not fucking rocket science. If you're lazy, though, you're not gonna be. I'm sorry to say it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not. It only works if you do. At the end of the day, you're just here to help it accelerate the process.
Yeah.
And if you didn't join the program, how different do you think your sales journey would be and your current situation if you didn't seek help and get guidance with something?
I'd probably be in trade school right now or college. To be honest with you.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, you weren't even certain about being in sales still. So
yeah.
Sweet, bro. Well, look, overall, was joining the right decision?
Yes, sir.
All right, love it, bro. Well, look, let the people know what's next for you. What can they expect from Bader moving forward, and also if you want to shout yourself out.
Oh yeah. Next, Alex Hormozi in April. Las Vegas, back on the private jet to meet him. Top 3 sales reps, so I'm not worried. I'm probably still second right now. Hopefully I get that first place. Doesn't really matter though. But yeah, man, expect that. Expect some 20K months. Hopefully by the end of the year, I
30, bro.
I need my tax report to say 300K made this year. That's my goal.
Hell yeah.
Working on that.
Sales manager, maybe too. Sales team, sales leadership.
I'm gonna be team lead February, so that's already secured.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely get up to 20 to 30 there, bro.
Well,
look, man, I appreciate your time, Bader. Look forward to continue seeing you crush it, and we'll hang it up here.
All right, I appreciate it, Miguel.
All right, bro, appreciate you. Bye.
That wraps up the student interview with Bader. As you can see, Bader is a normal ass kid, bro. Just got straight out of bed, hopped on call. So shout out to him. It was on a weekend. The guy works really hard, so I appreciate Bader for giving his time. If you want to learn a little bit more about what it is I do and get into this yourself, obviously there's content on the channel. But if you're ready to take the leap, you're ready to get into this, ready to get into the game, go ahead into the description and chat with me there. Looking forward to speaking to you soon.